Karen Bass has just stepped up to the podium. She's in Beverly Crest, hard hit by the mudslides and rain. Let's listen in.
For many homeowners and residents who have had to suffer from mudslides related to the storm. So let me again thank our first responders who since yesterday afternoon have been actively responding to this historic storm, and our chief and the firefighters who again showed me, the fire chief showed me a video of our fire department hoisting someone out of a raging LA river via a helicopter. It was a young man who went to save his dog who wound up caught up in the river and had to be rescued. Again, to Angelenos, we need Angelenos to be cautious, to be careful, to be safe, and please stay home. We went after going to Studio City and Encino, where we met with Councilwoman Rahman and visited her residence and saw the devastation. We saw homes that were red tagged, yellow tagged, homes where residents had to evacuate, and homes that unfortunately have suffered incredible damage. We then went to Baldwin Hills. We met with Council President Pro Tem Harris Dawson, Councilwoman Hutt, to talk to Angelenos there. These were my neighbors because it was the neighborhood that I have lived in for a number of years, and we saw one home where the mud essentially went through the individual's bedroom and the house was red tagged. So this is personal for all of us. This has impacted Angelenos all across the city. And as I mentioned, hearing the news of significant flooding that forced more than 100 unhoused Angelenos to evacuate from a tiny home complex. We are evacuating them right now, and we are housing them in a shelter nearby. The shelter that was not in use at the time, but now instantly will be filled. I know that this is hard, but Angelenos, we will get through this. We anticipate the rains for a couple of more days, but know that we are not standing alone in our city. I have been in regular communication with our governor. Vice President Harris has reached out to us to let us know on the federal level and on the state level they are there, they are with us, they are standing by, and will be helpful with anything that we need. Angelenos must hear this warning through. This is not the end. Please remain safe and off the roads. Register for Notify LA. The city, again, and all of the first responders will be working around the clock to serve, and we will keep you informed as the storm continues. We will continue to provide updates as circumstances warrant. And now let me bring up our Fire Chief, Kristen Crowley.
All right, well, good evening, everyone. And your Los Angeles City Fire Department, in collaboration with other city entities, is continuing an all-city services approach in mitigating the hazards of this current rainstorm. The Emergency Operations Center continues to operate at a level 2. Now, between the last, you think about this, is 6 to 11 inches of rain have fallen across this region. An atmospheric river system will continue to bring periods of rain with a chance of thunderstorms through Tuesday. This additional rain can cause further flash flooding and mudslides in hillside areas. Now, Public Works has been hard at work. They have reported over 120 mudslides and debris flows throughout the city. As the mayor stated, we have just surveyed firsthand several and witnessed their damage across the city. And this is an incredible, incredible thing to see. It's a very powerful thing to see when the earth moves like that. And as the storm continues, there are many water-soaked hillsides that have the potential to slide. We would like to reiterate to use extreme caution if you live or travel in these areas. For the latest information on evacuations, visit lafd.org. Now, roads and infrastructure have been significantly impacted by the storm, and the Department of Public Works and other city partners are working diligently to clear the debris and make the necessary repairs. Building and safety reports that approximately 25 structures have been damaged due to heavy rainfall and mudslides. Officials are currently investigating these structures, and the updates will be given upon their reopening. DWP is diligently working to restore power to those customers who have experienced outages. Some of these outages take time to restore due to the downed trees that have fell into the wires. We are asking for patience as DWP crews are working to restore power to our residents. Now, at approximately 2:45, LAFD resources responded to a river rescue operation in the Pacoima Wash at Foothill Boulevard. A bystander reported a man jumped into the flowing water in pursuit of his dog. Now, LAFD firefighters, including specialized swiftwater rescue, urban search and rescue helicopter crews, successfully rescued the resident and his dog in a coordinated operation. LAFD operations lowered a rescuer into the water who was able to grab the patient, who was still conscious. He was later treated at a local hospital, and his canine was able to swim to the edge and escape the rapids. The rescue is a dramatic example of why we're asking residents to please stay away from the LA River and other moving water. Now, due to the heavy rains, the ground has become soft and slippery, making it very, very easily, you could easily fall into the wash, so please, please be careful. Moving forward, all of our city services will continue to identify and mitigate hazards to ensure that all of our city residents are safe, and we will restore the city back to normalcy. And we will do this as quickly as possible. The public can help us by reporting non-emergency calls to city services by calling 311. Now, as we continue to navigate the effects of this storm together, please continue to prioritize safety, slow down if you must travel, and take care of each other. Thank you very much, everyone. And now I would like to introduce, we'll go with, the Los Angeles County Supervisor Chair, Lindsay Horvath.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. It's now 5 p.m. rush hour across Los Angeles County. Thank you for your partnership in staying home and off our wet roads as much as possible. I want to thank our partners in the city of Los Angeles who are leading throughout the city, and all of our city partners in the 87 cities throughout Los Angeles County, as well as all of our partners who are helping to support our unincorporated areas. For anyone who is out, please be cautious. Never drive through flooded roadways. The best reminder we can share right now is the storm is not over. We need to stay safe and informed. Even as we look ahead, the impacts of this storm are not fully known. We need everyone to remain on high alert. We are under a proclaimed emergency in LA County, so we can expedite all resources across our emergency operations and recovery. LA County Fire has conducted 2 swiftwater responses with 16 people and 5 cats rescued from flooded areas. County crews have been out all day to do damage assessments and make repairs. Our public works and lifeguard teams are responding to damage to the Marvin Browdy bike trail on PCH at Chautauqua, and the county will continue to work with the city on repairs. Until those are made, this section will be closed. A reminder that this is not a time to be at the beach. In terms of road closures, in addition to the LA City road closures you've heard, we still have about a dozen across LA County roads. Topanga Canyon is closed. Other canyon roads are at risk for rock falls. If you can avoid the canyon roads, please do so. Across Los Angeles County, roads and public spaces, we have not seen the significant impacts for which we were prepared. Instead, the damage has been more like 1,000 cuts. Sinkholes, downed trees, areas of erosion, but we're doing well and our crews remain out. A reminder that 2 evacuation orders remain in place: the Owen Fire Burn area in Topanga Canyon and the Agua Fire Burn area near Acton. The American Red Cross has received community members at the county's 2 designated emergency evacuation shelters. And for the latest on evacuation orders, warnings, shelters, and roadway impacts, please visit lacounty.gov/emergency. To report a downed tree, flooding, or other roadway impact, call LA County Public Works, available 24 hours a day, 800-675-4357. Power outages are still likely, so make sure your flashlights are ready, your Go Kit is ready, and check in on your neighbors and ensure they have what they need to. Remember to sign up for alerts at ready.lacounty.gov/alerts. And a bit of good news, the Los Angeles River is only at 1/3 of its capacity, and as of 4 p.m., county stormwater facilities have captured 1.3 billion gallons of water, which could serve 32,800 homes for more than a year. Thank you to our communities across Los Angeles County for tuning into our guidance and staying safe. I'd now like to welcome up Councilmember Katie Yaroslavsky.
Good evening, everyone. I want to first acknowledge the incredible work of our city crews, LA Fire Department, LAPD, LA Sanitation, LA DOT, Street Services, DWP, and the thousands of city employees who've been out 24 hours a day for this storm, who continue to do so until we're all safe and it's over. Our city workforce has been relentless the last few days, cleaning storm drains ahead of the storm and preparing for it in every way possible. But this storm and our work to keep everyone safe, as has been mentioned, is far from over, and we all have to remain vigilant. As Mayor Bass alluded, there was a life-threatening situation up in our hillsides here. 7 homes were evacuated. A score of people, nearly 20 people, including many children, who are all out of harm's way now. I spoke with one of the residents earlier today. He and his family, including his 6-month-old and 2-year-old, are thankfully safe with family nearby. But it wasn't lost on him nor me how precarious this situation is and the very real danger that this storm presents. My team is directing city departments to install K-rails and other interventions in areas prone to mudslides to mitigate property damage as much as possible. But our number one priority is protecting human life. This is going to take all of us working together. Everyone in LA has to stay on high alert until the storm is over. That means signing up for Notify LA text messages, particularly if you're in the hillsides. You can do that at notifyla.org. Staying home whenever possible, and if you have to drive, please slow down. Don't go 10 over the speed limit, slow down. If you see a clogged storm drain, please report it to LA Sanitation at 800-773-2489 immediately. My team and I were out this morning on Wilshire Boulevard and Comstock, and it was remarkable how quickly 1 blocked lane became 3 blocked lanes, and then suddenly we were down to 1 lane of traffic headed west on Wilshire. It happened in a matter of 45 minutes. So I can't overstate how important it is. If you see a blocked storm drain in your neighborhood, please call and we'll come out and get it fixed right away. Finally, make sure you're prepared to evacuate if necessary, especially if you live in the hillside communities because of all the mudslide risks. Again, sign up for Notify LA at notifyla.org to stay up to date. Thank you. Let's be smart. Let's stay safe, and we'll all get through this together. I'd like to introduce Dr. Ariel Cohen with the National Weather Service.
Good evening. My name is Ariel Cohen, and I'm the meteorologist in charge of the National Weather Service in Los Angeles. As very proud Angelinos, it has been very challenging to see all of the adverse impacts that have happened across our community. On behalf of the National Weather Service, our hearts go out to everyone who has been adversely affected by a historic storm. We're talking about one of the wettest storm systems to impact the greater Los Angeles area since the history of records of weather have been made going back to the 1870s, one of the top 3. This is a testament to the sheer power of atmospheric rivers that have impacted the area. And people have suffered greatly, and our hearts go out to everyone. We've been working very closely, having our staff deployed across emergency operations centers across all of California, making sure that we are eye to eye with our partners in the emergency management community, as well as law enforcement and fire agencies, keeping our mayor apprised here to make sure that we are all responding together on a unified front from these dangerous conditions. As we go forward, we have light to moderate rain rain continuing to intermittently affect the Los Angeles area over the next several hours. While it's certainly tapered off in intensity compared to what happened last night, the ground is extremely saturated, supersaturated. It's not able to hold any additional water before sliding. It's not going to take much rain for additional landslides, mudslides, and rock slides, and other debris flows to occur. As a result, the risk for additional landslides remains very high, and everyone needs to remain at a high state of readiness as we head through the overnight hours and heed evacuation orders. It is very important that everyone be prepared for continued threat for dangerous weather, even if the rainfall intensities are not very high. In addition, with the ground being very saturated, additional ponding of water is expected on area roadways. This is going to result in hazardous travel conditions. Never drive through a flooded roadway ever. Turn around, don't drown. You risk your life and everyone else in your vehicle if you ever go through a flooded roadway. Going into tomorrow, we'll have the occasional light to moderate rain continue, although we could have some breaks in that activity. If we're able to get some sunshine out during the day and we get some areas of renewed energy fueling more showers and thunderstorms, the risk for landslides and other flooding will significantly increase. So everyone, do not let your guard down. We need to be prepared for the continued impacts from this atmospheric river system. Everyone stay safe. And I'm going to pass it to David Ortiz.
Thank you, Mr. Cohen. El Departamento de Bomberos, igual como todas las diferentes agencias a través de toda la ciudad y a través de las...
Okay, we've been listening to Mayor Karen Bass. She's in the Beverly Crest area where they had a mudslide, significant one this morning. Her basic advice to everyone is just stay at home as long as you can.